Good day, everyone, and welcome to Transformation Tuesday. I know it's on a Monday this week. Transformation Tuesday on a Monday. I apologize for my lateness. I was having a little tech glitch, but I hope I am live here with you now. Please say hello in the comments if you are with me here, and if you're watching the replay, please type replay in the comments also. Let me know where you're coming in from. I love to know always who's joining me. And I so appreciate having the really interesting conversations that are sparked from our time together here. I am Liz Forrest. I've been studying and learning and teaching the shamanic practices of the Toltecs for over 25 years from some of the most renowned leaders in this field. I'm the co-founder, was the co-founder of the Kiva on Salt Spring Island in British Columbia, Canada, that I and my partner ran for 15 years. And since leaving the island, I've been teaching classes and workshops in person and online, and taking groups on journeys, which I call power journeys, to the home of the Toltecs, which is the pyramid site in central Mexico, the site at Teotihuacan. We go a couple times a year. One of those journeys is right around the corner. It's coming up at the end of October. We go over the Day of the Dead, and I and my group are now preparing for that journey. I always am so excited to be there. It's a phenomenal place. So today I want to ask you, what does a legacy mean to you? What does a legacy mean to you? Have you considered what legacy you are leaving when you take your final leave from this existence and enter the spirit world? As you may know, I've been visiting New Mexico, this land of enchantment, for over 30 years, and I now have the great blessing of living here full time. I'd like to share today a little history of this beautiful and fascinating state that I now call home. So New Mexico is home to 19 pueblos, and pueblos are like villages. They consist of multi-storied adobe houses built by the Pueblo people. Indigenous people here have fought long and hard to preserve their culture and maintain a foothold against the encroachment of the Spanish and the Mexican and the United States, the colonial forces that have come. And recently, a friend and I have been exploring and learning more about the culture and the preservation of the culture and the way of life here of the native people. We have visited pre-Hispanic archaeological sites, which are no longer inhabited, but the dwellings are there. And a couple of days ago, we had a privilege, really, of being invited to go to a pueblo here, Acoma in particular is what it's called. And Acoma is still lived on and in the same way as the ancestors of those people have lived forever. You know, there's lots of debate about when that is. Let's say 1,000 years. And at certain times, outsiders are invited onto the pueblos here, but mostly they're closed to any others except their own people. And so we heard stories from the man that was teaching us, stories of resilience and endurance and unwavering commitment to the preservation of these native peoples and their culture. Their way of life has been a really deep teaching for me of what legacy means, because through all those generations, their culture and their way of life has been passed on to the next ones coming up, so they can carry it forward again and again, no matter what oppression was coming, no matter all the ways that they endured oppression from people wanting to change them and change their way of life. Yeah, it didn't happen. They are still here living the way that they choose to and the way they have for all this time. So let's think about legacy. By definition, what does it mean? Legacy means a long-lasting impact on particular events and actions that took place in the past. Yeah, or in a person's life. So I've been thinking about, what will my legacy be when I'm no longer here in body? What have my lifelong contributions been? And how will they continue to help or support conscious change after I'm gone? I invite you to consider the question, what legacy will you be leaving when you take your final journey from this incarnation? What legacy will you be leaving? I'd love it if you'd share in the comments what you feel that would be. What are you going to be leaving for the next ones coming up? It's a question to sit with, isn't it? So I'll share that my intent since I began teaching the tools and practices and ceremonies of the Toltecs many years ago now, my intent has been to support my students to integrate what they learn from these ancient teachings and live from a place of empowerment, to take their position in their life, to share their gifts and their talents, and for all of us to keep up-leveling our awareness to be the best humans that we can be as we continue to walk in our lives and contribute to this era of evolution that we're in, and will continue. It will continue after we're gone. So if you're interested in learning more about the Toltec Path, I'd love to offer you a complimentary 30-minute Zoom session with me, and I'll share more about my work and our community and these teachings, and see if you are interested in joining anything that I offer. So I'm going to put my email in the comments, and that's how you book a session with me. Just email me directly, and we will set something up if that feels like something you would like to do. So thank you for joining me. And again, I invite you to sit with, what is your legacy? What are you leaving when you finally do take your journey from this plane? I send you all my love, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday. Transformation Tuesday will be on Tuesday next week. Enjoy your day.